Hi everyone, I'm Mark Allen and this is my Q&A, hashtag AskAlan. So WST have put out a post on their social medias asking for questions sent in by fans, so we've picked out a few on each of the platforms, so we'll get straight into it. First of all, on Facebook, Kath Yull has asked, what was your favourite match to play in last season? I would maybe say there was a British Open match where I think I won 4-0, or English Open maybe, I won 4-0, made 4 centuries, didn't really miss anything, so that was always enjoyable, so always good fun. Paula Campbell also on Facebook asks, who is your favourite player to play against and why? And I think for me it has to be Ronnie O'Sullivan. He's the greatest of all time. It's the ultimate test to see where your game's at, and the atmosphere is always something special when you play Ronnie. Hamza Malik next asks, how many hours do I practice every day? So that varies. I'd like to think I do 5 every day. Don't really take many days off apart from this time of the year, but whenever the season's up and running, 5 to 6 hours every day. I think if you're not doing that, you're going to be falling behind. And lastly from Facebook, Andy Pierce has asked, how was your first Cornish pasty last week? Yeah, 2 exhibition nights in Cornwall, first experience of it, and I'm going to really disappoint the Cornish fans. Wasn't a fan. Really didn't like them. Had a couple of bites and ended up giving it away. Yeah, not my cup of tea, I'm sorry. And we've got Cass Sanderson. Apart from your Triple Crown tournaments, what's your favourite tournament to play in and why? It's an obvious one for me, and that's the Northern Ireland Open in Belfast every year. It's not often we get to play in front of my home fans, and especially my family and my mum and dad in particular. So that one stands out massively for me. Then we're going to move across to Instagram. We've got Daniela Coutinho. Who was your favourite player growing up? And it was always Stephen Hendry. Hendry was dominating in the mid to late 90s whenever I first got an interest in the sport. A real idol of mine, and I was fortunate enough to meet him in the early part of my career, and he's been good to me over the years. Maybe not so nice in recent years in the punditry work, but a real good guy, and what a player. We've got Ducky Long. What is the most crucial aspect mentally in snooker? Probably forgetting your mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes, but it's about controlling your emotions and not letting that affect your next visit. Something I've probably improved a lot on in recent years, and the game's hard enough as it is without beating yourself in your seat. We've got Emily BWFC. What would your death row meal be? Starter, main and dessert. Starter would be some garlic and chili prawns. I think I love that. Or maybe some spicy wings. Then main course, fillet steak, mashed potato, pepper sauce, side of veg, love that. Dessert, strawberry cheesecake. Not a massive dessert person, but if I have to pick one, it's strawberry cheesecake all day. What's your favourite practice routine? Probably just the tea to start the day. It's a nice warm-up routine. It's pretty straightforward, but it sort of tells you where you're at straight away. If you're clearing that, more often than not, even if it is first routine of the day, your game's in decent shape. You want to try and keep it as simple as possible starting out the day as well, nothing too strenuous. We've got Junior Horsfield 19. What are your ambitions for the year? I hadn't been much of a target setter until the last couple of years. Working with Paul Gaffney, a sports psychologist, got me to sort of focus my mind a little bit on certain things, and the World Championships is obviously the one. It's the missing piece from a decent career. It'd be nice to pick up a few tournaments here and there and keep my #1 spot for as long as possible, but the World Championships is the ultimate goal. We've got, Zach Shirty. Did he enjoy my blue to pink in Yushan? Yeah, obviously Zach's on the next table to me. He made a 147 against Ding Junhui, which is an unbelievable achievement, especially playing Ding in China. It's not always easy, but yeah, the blue to pink, he overhit it by about 4 foot and landed absolutely perfect in the middle pocket. But what a break to make under that pressure, some massive pressure pots, and one of the highlights of the year for me. Well done, Zach. And lastly, on to X, we've got Neil Wright, who sent in, should we have spots on the cue ball? I know Sean Murphy's a massive advocate for this, but for me, I'm not a fan. I find it a bit distracting at times, and also I don't want the crowd to see how much I cue across the ball whenever I pot. Some things you can see it spinning and dancing, so that's a no-no for me. But it would illustrate the spin that we're able to create on the ball. So from a fan's perspective, it might be good. From a playing side, not so much. And we've got Ali Peoples. What's your favourite snooker nickname other than the pistol? I think my least favourite nickname is probably the Ferrari, Jordan Brown, because it just doesn't suit the player. Don't know about that one. There's a few good nicknames, like the Magician, just because of the way he dresses and stuff's a little different. He sort of likes to put himself out there. The Jester, obviously, with Selby being sort of quite funny and on and off the table, but Yeah, I'm not a fan of the nicknames, if I'm honest. I think you get your own identity. But anyway, we've got Darting Snooker who've asked, you've managed to lose a lot of weight, what does your diet consist of now? Honestly, I still eat whatever I want, I just eat less of it. I'm probably a bit more structured in what I eat, but I still like to enjoy bad foods, but just in moderation now, instead of being greedy. If there was 3 or 4 things I wanted before, instead of picking from the 3 or 4, I just got the 3 or 4 and ate most of it. So it's a very different Mark Allen now, but I still like to enjoy my food. I've always been a foodie and always will be. Ryan MKIV, if you had a talking dog but it was really mean to you, would you still keep it? Yeah, absolutely. A talking dog that's mean, still a dog at the end of the day, and a massive, massive dog person, and the most loyal animal I think you can get. So yeah, love dogs, so it would be staying by my side regardless of him being mean. I've still got family members that are mean to me, and I've kept them alongside, so a dog will be no different. And then we've got, lastly, we've got Donald Tweets. What are your feelings about playing Robbie McGuigan on tour? So yeah, I think we've covered this before and other things. I think I'd be a nervous wreck and wouldn't enjoy that at all, given our relationship. But I think it's something that Robbie would really thrive on. I think he'd get the chance to play one of the top players, but one that he's very comfortable in playing. He's beat me numerous times on the practice table, so I'm sure he'd be chomping at the bit. But for me, it'd be bittersweet. I want to see Robbie doing well, and playing me, he's not going to do very well, is he? Sorry to any of the questions we couldn't get through, but if you want to contact me directly on my own social media, I'll be happy to answer. And thanks to World Snooker for putting this on. It's been great.